Unit 1. Writing an email based on prompts. What are prompts? I'll show you in a minute. 1. Discuss. If you had the opportunity, the chance, to visit an English-speaking country, which one would you choose? Would you choose England, the US, Great Britain, Scotland, Canada, Ireland? I choose England because I've read so much about that country. Which places in that country would you like to visit, and what activities, what things would you like to do there? If I have ever been to England, I would visit London and I would see all the sights, get on London Eye, and I'd visit the British Museum, and I would also eat fish and chips. 2. Focus on using prompts. Now, do you see these notes? Now, these notes are what we call prompts. Saleh has received this email from his English friend Peter. Read the email with the notes Saleh has made. Saleh is the one who wrote these notes. Match Saleh's notes with the points A to F below. There are 2 extra points which you do not need to use. In his reply, when Saleh wants to write a reply, he should A. Thank Peter and say how he feels about going to England. Accept an invitation. When you accept, you say yes. Invitation is when someone asks you to go and visit him or visit her. Refuse a suggestion. When you refuse, you say no, the opposite of accept. Suggestion, an idea. And justify. When you justify, you give reasons to your choice, to your decision. You express preference. You say what you like. This is what I like. And give reasons. You ask for information. You express enthusiasm. You say that you are excited. You show that you are excited about something. Now read. Dear Saleh, Peter is the one who wrote this. How are you? I'm really excited that you are coming to stay with me in Manchester, in England. I have received the arrival details, all the information about the time your plane will come to Manchester that you sent me, and I'll be picking you up. I'll come to the airport to take you on Saturday, the 10th of May. Okay, this is the introduction, the first part. How will Saleh reply to this? He will thank Peter and say how he feels. We match this with A. Thank Peter. I have planned lots of things for us to do. I suggest. Suggest is a verb. Suggestion is the noun. When you suggest, you have an idea to present. I have an idea that we take a trip to the Lake District, which is, okay, what is Lake District? It is a beautiful place in England, full of lakes and countryside, which is great for hiking through. Something else. My dad is a season ticket holder. He bought tickets for Manchester United, and I was able to get tickets for a match. What do you think? Do you like the idea? Saleh will reply saying great, because in here he is expressing enthusiasm. He is really excited about this. Also, we have the option, the choice of spending a weekend in London or Edinburgh. Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland. As I have relatives, I have family in both cities, London and Edinburgh, who would be happy to put us up, welcome us at their houses, and let us stay there and sleep for a few nights. Let me know which city you would prefer to visit. Saleh will say which one, London or Edinburgh, and why. That's D. Express preference. Which one does he like? I was asking myself if you could arrange to stay in England for one more week so we could go to other exciting places. Saleh will say no. He is refusing a suggestion. And when you say because, you are justifying, you are giving reasons why you say no. I am looking forward to seeing you soon. I hope you can make it, you can come and stay a bit longer. All the best, Peter. Now, read Saleh's reply and answer the questions that follow. Which sentences in his reply correspond, match to Saleh's notes? I put the notes up here. Notes written by Saleh. Read with me. Dear Peter, how are you? I hope you are well. Thank you for offering to pick me up from the airport. In here, he is thanking Peter. All these sentences correspond to this. I can't wait to come to Manchester. This trip is going to be a great opportunity for me to practice my English. This is how he feels. He can't wait. And learn more about England. A trip to the Lake District sounds great. I've heard loads of nice things. Loads? Lots. A lot of nice things about it, and I enjoy hiking. It's fantastic. It's amazing that you can get tickets to a Manchester United match. I love football, and Manchester United is one of my favorite teams, so I'm really looking forward to going to one of their matches. When you look forward to something, that means you are excited about something that will happen in the future. This corresponds to this. He is expressing his enthusiasm, his excitement about going to a Manchester match. As for the weekend option, regarding the weekend option, I've been to London before, but I've never been to Edinburgh, so I think I would like to go there to Edinburgh if that's possible. In here, he is choosing, saying which city does he prefer, expressing preference. Unfortunately, sadly, the opposite of fortunately, I won't be able to stay for an extra week, for one more week. And here he is refusing, he is declining. No. Why? He is justifying, because I've already planned a camping holiday with my cousins. Cousin is son or daughter of your uncle or aunt, for the end of May. Anyway, I'm sure we'll have a great time together. Say hello to everyone in your family. Best wishes, Saleh. Is the wording in Saleh's email, the words he used, exactly the same as in his notes? Did he use the same words? No. Does Saleh add, when you add, you put more extra comments or information to his notes? Of course he did. Look how big this email is. He took this note, thank and say how I feel. He took this and he expanded it into 3 or 4 sentences. What kind of language does Saleh use? It's informal. Informal is the language you use when you talk to a friend. 3. Focus on communication functions. Communication functions means when somebody writes this to you, you think how you can reply by saying that you're sorry or that you like it. Read the tip below and then write an appropriate response, suitable reply, reply for each prompt. Remember to add a piece of information or a personal comment. The notes that accompany, that come with a letter or an email, used as input. Use this as input, information that you take, use to write a reply, to write an output, require you to express certain functions. What do we mean by expressing certain function? That means you show that you are excited, you are thankful, you apologize, you're sorry, you explain, you accept. When you apologize, you say that you're sorry. Or decline. When you decline, you refuse. All these are functions. When writing your reply, do not just copy the notes given. Try to paraphrase. When you paraphrase, you use different wordings. Use different words. Add reasons, comments, and or information, and use expressions to show how you feel. Somebody sent you this. Would you like to go fishing next weekend? You want to apologize. You can't. Take this note, change the words, add comments and personal information. I'm sorry I can't, because my parents are in town. Is there something typical, standard of your country that you can bring me when you come to England? Something standard like food that Saudis eat, or maybe clothes that Saudis wear. You say, yes, explain. What are you going to get him? Well, I'm sure you will love some fresh dates. They are in season now. Do you think you could come and visit me in June instead of July? June, fine, no problem. June is fine with me. Would you rather spend a long weekend? Would you rather means, do you prefer spending a long weekend in London or in a village in Wales? Choose one and say why. I think I'll take Wales because I'm sick and tired of big cities. I'm bored. I've had enough of big cities. How about taking the Eurostar to Paris? Eurostar is a very fast train that connects a lot of European cities together, and spending a couple of days there, you express your enthusiasm, you say yes. Going to Paris is a great idea because I've always wanted to visit the Eiffel Tower. Now it is your time to write. Read the rubric. The rubric is right here. And the email with the notes. Underline the keywords in the rubric. What do you have to include in your email? You have arranged to go to Sydney, Australia. Where are we going? Sydney, Australia. Underline it. It's a keyword. It will help us understand what we have to do. To attend, to be at a 3-week English language course. Underline it. A friend of yours from Australia has written to you. Read your friend's email and the notes you have made. Then write an email to your friend using all your notes. This is what we have to do. My friend wrote this email. I wrote these notes. Read them with me. How are you? I'm so glad, so happy you are coming to Sydney to do an English language course. I know that the college can provide accommodation, can give you a place to stay. But I think it would be nicer if you stayed with us. We have a spare room, an extra room, which we do not use, so there is nothing to worry about. So, what do you think? I will accept. Say yes, thank you. I have some ideas about things we can do while you're here. A friend of mine has a house near Bondi Beach, so we could go and stay there for a weekend. How does that sound? Do you like the idea? We will say, sure. Apart from that, beside that, I have another thing to talk about. My favorite baseball team, the Hawks, are playing. Would you like me to book tickets for their game? I will refuse this, decline. Another thing I'd like to know is if you have any food preferences. Food that you eat, food that you don't eat, prefer, so I can let my mother know what to cook. I will tell him if I have food preferences. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Write back as soon as you can. Best wishes. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna thank my friend. I'm gonna accept the invitation to Bondi Beach. Refuse or decline the invitation to baseball game. And I will say if I have any food preferences. Write your email based on the outline you have made. It should be between 120 to 150 words. Go to the workbook, page 10. For the layout of emails and set phrases that you can use to invite, accept, or decline an invitation, thank, etc., see Appendix 1. When writing an email based on prompts, read the prompts carefully and make sure you include all the points in your answer. These points, all of them must be in my reply. Try to rephrase the notes given, add comments and information, and use expressions to show how you feel. Organize your email in paragraphs, 4 paragraphs, and put related ideas in the same paragraph. Write in an appropriate style according to who the person you are writing to is and the tone of the input. Use standard grammar and spelling conventions. Use standard spelling. Don't use wanna, see you later. Don't write like this. Use standard spelling. Aim at achieving. Try to get and attain a positive effect on the reader. Now let's go and take a look at Appendix 1, which is on page 96. Appendix 1 will help you organize your writing into paragraphs. Where should you put your greeting? And you can take a minute looking at this. Also, it will provide you with words and phrases that you can use when you express your enthusiasm, thank somebody, apologize, accept, or decline an invitation. You can read this in your own time. Now we are on page 10 in the workbook. Greet your friend with an appropriate informal greeting. We will use Dear Andrew, how are things with you? In the opening paragraph, we will thank him for taking me in his house. How do you feel about your friend's invitation to stay with him or her and his or her family? It's very generous of you. It's very nice of you to offer me to stay at your place. We will have a great time together. In the main part, we will write 2 paragraphs. In the first one, what do you think of his suggestion to spend a weekend at Bondi Beach? We like it. It sounds great. Why is it great? Because I'm a very spiritual person, spiritual, religious, someone who loves nature, who's close to God, and I've always admired Mother Nature. What do you think of his suggestion to go to a baseball match? We will refuse. No. I'm not sure I want to see a baseball match. Why? I'm not a sports person and I hate crowded places. Paragraph 2, food preferences or allergies. Allergies, food that can make you sick if you eat it. As for the food preferences, I'm on a seafood diet, C with double E, which means I eat anything I see. Closing paragraph. Use an appropriate set phrase to end your email. I will use I can't wait to go to Sydney, and I will sign off writing all the best. Now, on page 11, here is the email I received from my friend Andrew, and here is my response, my reply. Dear Andrew, how are things with you? I hope you are doing great. It's very generous of you to offer me to stay at your place. We'll have a great time together. You know, I've always wanted to improve my English. Now I can practice at the English language course in the morning, and I can practice with you in the afternoon. Spending a week at Bondi Beach sounds like a great fun. I'm a very spiritual person. I've always admired Mother Nature. I'm not sure I want to see a baseball match, you see. I'm not a sports person, and I hate crowded places. As for the food preferences, I'm on a seafood diet. I eat anything I see. Don't let me see you. I can't wait to go to Sydney. Say hello to everyone in your family. All the best, معتصم. We have managed to write 146 words. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share it with friends. I'll see you again next time, inshallah. Goodbye.